In Africa, every 6 seconds a child is orphaned by AIDS. Here in the Shangwini area, about 80% of the young female population is HIV positive. The Marines have turned Yuma into a war zone. These helicopters behind me are known as CH-53s. They're the largest in the American inventory. If you are going to be celebrating and drinking, you're going to want to toss those car keys over to someone else. This is a piece of wood that was actually used to build the tunnel, which is about 12 feet below the surface of the ground. A 37-year-old Salton City man is in the hospital after suffering a gunshot wound to the face. While we were down there, we saw a very heavy police presence, a lot of patrol cars, a lot of caution tape. It is definitely a crime scene at this moment. And the hot and dry weather is not helping firefighters working in Southern California when a Border Patrol agent tried to apprehend a suspect at a nearby Circle K. That suspect drove off in this gold Lincoln that you see behind me. More than 80 Marines belonging to a Yuma-based Harrier squadron are coming back home. Good evening. I'm Kacie Talamonte. Gas prices seem to be on a never-ending climb, and some people here in the desert Southwest are frankly fed up. Once the girls have checked in, they come back here to the waiting room. This is a stop before they go to see the judges. A Westmoreland family is grieving the loss of their son tonight. Good evening. I'm Kacie Talamonte. There's only about 50 yards of Colorado River separating Mexico from the U.S. Welcome back. It has been a hot one out there today. Let's check in with meteorologist Joey Norton for a complete look at your week weather forecast. Joey. The Harriers zoom in over this fake city, dropping bombs in the middle of nowhere here in the desert. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you right back here tomorrow for Sunday's Late Edition. The U.S. Marines own the night. Under the cover of darkness, they can patrol through combat zones undetected. However, their enemies show up clear as day.
Tonight we're going to conduct a nighttime convoy live fire course. It's the same course that we do during the daytime, only this time the units will get to use the infrared optics and their night vision devices to allow them to engage the targets.
Last night, 2 units rode lights out in a convoy through the Berriem Goldwater Range. When faced with a simulated attack, the Marines opened fire on targets using live ammunition. F-18 jets and Cobra choppers flew overhead, providing support for the convoy. The pilots and ground troops teamed up to eliminate the enemy threat.
Oh, it's absolutely some of the best training they're going to get. You know, we have some units all the way from South Carolina.
These pitch black conditions in the middle of the desert are almost identical to Iraq. The Marines say going through this chaotic, stressful training is critical. This is the last stop before these men and women head to war.
Right now, we've determined it's approximately 3 foot by 3 foot inside.
Starting inside a home in Mexico, the smuggling tunnel stretches about 100 yards. It's outfitted with a ventilation system, flashlights, and electrical cords. The tunnel was discovered Monday when a water truck fell into a sinkhole.
When we discovered it, it had a bucket just about 10 yards from where I'm from right now. A bucket and some more boards. They were getting ready to construct some more of the tunnel.
This is a piece of wood that was actually used to build the tunnel, which is about 12 feet below the surface of the ground. It extends about 50 yards into the United States.
This is an act of desperation, exactly what it is.
This is the first tunnel ever discovered in the Yuma area. Border Patrol says better infrastructure and more manpower is challenging smugglers to find new ways to keep up their illegal trade.
Now that we know that they are building, they are constructing here, and they're possible to build here, we're going to get tools to prevent this.
Agents say digging tunnels in our area is especially dangerous because of our soft sand.
It's mainly just the terrain. The sand is very soft. It usually caves in on itself, dig a hole. So a tunnel is pretty strange to have here.
Reporting from the U.S.-Mexico border, Kacie Talamonte, KSWT News 13.
Just trying to cope with it the best as possible, asking the Lord for some strength.
Today, Yolanda Contreras is helping her parents recover from the shock of losing everything.
Everything's gone. It hurts.
Last night, Maria Camacho and her husband were on their way home when they saw their house go up in flames.
We drove up just in time. My son was sound asleep in the house, and my grandkids were in the back. That if we wouldn't have drove when they did, they could have gotten hurt.
The family called 911 immediately, but by the time rural Metro crews made it out to Avenue B and County 17 3/4, the house was already engulfed in flames. The family pets couldn't be saved. 2 birds and 4 puppies died in the fire. The Camacho family has lived here for nearly 20 years. Today, the only things they have left are a bunch of burned rubble. But they say the fire didn't destroy their memories.
Nearly 20 years, and we've all grown up in this house.
A lot of memories.
A lot of memories. 25 grandkids, and it's all gone up in flames.
My kids are brought up all here, so it's hard. You never know what you got until you really lose everything.
In Yuma, Kacie Talamonte, KSWT News 13.